Everyone says you need to find your purpose, but what if I told you that that's actually a huge mistake? Today, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why a purpose is not something out there waiting for you to find it, and 4 things you can do instead to create a life that excites you. I want you guys to look at this cup. So let's imagine that because of a lot of intention and purpose and a need for this cup, that I decided to meticulously create it. I created every aspect of this cup to be able to function and solve a need that I had, right? So after creating this cup and I put it forth, a lot of people that would visit would grab this cup and take it along with them. And one of them would go and put soil in it and put a plant and put it on their shelf, right? And then after a while, they would toss it away. And then another person would take the same cup and decide, you know what? I could put pencils in this cup. And then they would put their pencils in and then put it maybe by their desk. And then maybe after it's a little worn out, they would toss it out. And another person would take the same cup and then be like, I think I could make molds with this cup. So they would put mud on it and create molds with it. Or yet another person would be like, oh, I make donuts. I could take this cup. It'll help me make rounded circles on my dough, okay? And then after they're done with it, they would toss it aside. And then maybe the last person would take it and be like, you know, this cup was actually for coffee. I'm gonna use it to have coffee. So based on this analogy of this cup, I have a question for you. When was this cup operating in its purpose? Some of you might say in the end, when it was being used for tea or coffee. But another question for you is, when did this cup become a cup? And the answer is, this cup has always been a cup ever since it was created. So it did not become a cup when people started putting coffee or tea in it. It has always been a cup because it was created as a cup, right? So you as an individual, you've always been in your purpose, right? You do not get into your purpose. You are created with a purpose. Like you came into being already full of purpose, right? So here are the 4 things that you should do instead, because your purpose, like this cup, is not out there waiting to be found. And your purpose is not in the hands of the people that you're serving. They do not tell you your value. The only person that can tell you your value is the person that created you. And if I know you may not be a Christian, but I believe in Jesus, and I believe that he created all of us for a purpose, and we have been in purpose ever since the day we were created. So purpose is not something that we get to in the future, or that, oh, I'm trying to find my purpose, or I'm trying to get to my purpose. No, your purpose has always been with you. All you need to do is to look at yourself and figure out, what are the things that I have that make me me, right? And you need to have a relationship with the person that made you so that they can tell you who you are, so that you can continue to live the way that you were designed to live and become happy and fulfilled in your life, okay? So the 4 things that I want you to take away from this conversation that I'm having about purpose is, number 1, you have been in your purpose since the day you were born. So Stop trying to find your purpose. You are already in your purpose. Okay? So you need to rest in that idea that you are already in your purpose. Everything about you, from where you were born, how you were born, the people that raised you, the environment that you were born in, all was by design. And it was to make you the person that you are, that can do the things that you can do. Okay? So you need to rest in that fact that you are already in your purpose. Stop trying to go out there and find it. Okay? So number 2 is you need to identify what feels natural for you to do. What is it that you do with ease that other people find very difficult to do, right? So you need to ask yourself, what are some of the things that, for me, based on how I was designed, I just excel at them, right? And you need to lean into those things, right? Because those are the things that are going to make you continue to live to your highest potential. Lean into the things that make you you, the things that are your strengths, the things that are really easy for you to do and are very difficult for others to do. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to have a relationship with your creator, right? You guys know, if you've done any kind of, if you've gone through anything in life, you know that life is challenging. And when you're trying to do it alone, disconnected from the person that made you, things become really hard because you start to struggle with things that you shouldn't be struggling with. Maybe you have this, you're a cup that has this part, and you go through life thinking that this part is a hindrance to you, and you try to get rid of this part from your life because it's keeping you from being, let's say, like a vase, right? You want to be a vase so bad, and you feel like this part of you being a cup is keeping you from that. So you disconnect yourself from it. And all you had to do was just talk to the guy that made you and ask him, hey, why do I have this thing, right? And he'll tell you the reason you have this thing is because I made you for this particular use, right? So you can go out there and actually embrace what you have and live within purpose and have a life that you love, right? Because you're not trying to run away from the things that make you you, right? You are embracing them. Like for me, I ran away from being an introvert for a long time until I discovered, you know what? So what? Maybe the reason why God made me as an introvert is because he wanted me to be a good listener. Okay, so now I lean into that. Okay, so lean into your quirks, things that make you you. Okay, and have a relationship with your creator, God, Jesus, because he's gonna show you who you really are, and he's gonna help you embrace the things that you think are mistakes in your own life. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is you need to value yourself first before you're valued by others. Just as I said in the beginning with this cup, if this cup is waiting for other people to tell it what it's useful for, people are just going to do a lot of kinds of things with it. Some are going to put mud on it. Some are going to put flowers. Some are going to put pencils. Some might put tea. But the value of this cup will be dependent, will shift around based on the person that's looking at it. But if this cup from the very beginning, it's treated itself as a cup of good and honorable use, then the people that interact with it will accord it the same kind of value, right? So there's a guy, Myron Golden, he says that people see you through how you see yourself. So if you don't see any value in yourself, it's going to be really hard for other people to see that value in you. So you need to value yourself first, and you'll see other people put the same value on you. Okay? So your purpose is not out there waiting to be found. Your purpose has been with you ever since the day you were born. You just need to lean into it. You need to lean into the things that make you you. Lean into your things that are different about you. and things that are easy for you to do that are hard for other people to do. And actually, most of the time, the things that are easy for you to do and harder for other people to do, that the reason you are here is to help those people that it's hard for them to do those things. So you need to lean into those things that make you you. You need to lean in the stories. I know a lot of people have very difficult, sometimes even traumatic stories. And sometimes you feel like these stories have shifted you off of your purpose, or they've moved you away from who you truly are. But I want to tell you that actually those things that have happened to you have done nothing but prepare you or make you even the best person to talk to the people that you need to talk to, or to serve the people that you need to serve at the highest level possible. I know the people that I have connected with really deeply, it's because they have gone through or experienced things that I have found maybe very challenging. And so I look to them for guidance, right? So don't be afraid of the things that you've had to go through life. Don't feel like they've taken you out of your purpose. You've always been in your purpose. So you need to rest in that. Have a relationship with God. Let Him tell you who you are so that you can continue to live in your purpose. Okay, I know this is a different kind of video that I thought it was important to make, because a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of founders that are running these businesses feel like they're chasing some sort of a purpose out there, right? And sometimes they feel like they're not living in that purpose, and they feel like maybe they haven't attained it, or it's out there, or it's beyond reach, or they feel like other people are telling them this is what you should be doing. And there's a lot of confusion around that subject. So I thought maybe let's have a conversation about that so that you guys can know how you need to do life and even in business, so that you don't have the stresses that come with feeling like you have to attain purpose, like it's out there. Your purpose is not out there. Your purpose has always been with you ever since the day you're born. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with a person that is struggling with finding their purpose, so that they can understand how they can free themselves from that part of them that is seeking and trying to find something that's already within them. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys on the next one.